Welcome to the Prep Pursuit. I'm Deborah Walton, a modern etiquette, image, and style expert. As a consultant at the Poised Pursuit, I serve busy professionals around the world helping to elevate their companies, careers, and lifestyles. To learn more about my services, please visit thepoisedpursuit.com. Today, I'm excited to share with you how to be charismatic in your career. Now, charisma is something that some people are born with, but others have to develop it, and it's definitely a skill that can be learned. So I'm going to share with you a couple of tips on how to be charismatic in your career. First, let's review the definition of charisma. Charisma is the compelling attractiveness or charm that inspires loyalty from others. When you think about really powerful leaders or influencers, some past presidents, some celebrities, some really amazing public speakers, some of them have charisma, and it's definitely something that you can notice whether you're watching them speak in person or online or on TV. You're able to be really drawn into that person, and they just have that level or that charm of appearing genuine and attractive, and it's definitely an asset to be charismatic and to have the ability to charm and connect with others. I like to call charisma powerful presence, and it's something that can help you if you're in corporate America to excel and rise up to a senior leadership position. If you're an entrepreneur, it can help you to position yourself with power and authority, and it builds trust with your clients and with your colleagues. So I like to think of charisma as a powerful presence. It's a feeling that others will derive from interacting or watching you speak. My first tip for how to be charismatic in your career is to listen more than you talk. When you're in a conversation with someone, certainly if you need to explain a concept or if you're talking about something, then you will need to talk. It's a conversation, it's a dialogue between more than one person. But listening more than you talk really helps people to build that connection with you, and they're charmed because most people love to talk. If you ask them a question, especially if it's a question about themselves, they will relish in that moment and really enjoy being able to share their opinion or their perspective. So if you want to be charismatic in your career, when it's appropriate, listen more than you speak. The second way to be charismatic in your career is to fully connect with someone when you're interacting with them. If you're in front of a group, perhaps giving a presentation, public speaking, or if you're in a small conversation with one or two other people, make that eye contact. Really listen in, lean in, if you will, and you'll really be able to have a connection with someone. Another really important piece of advice here is obviously to not have your devices around so that you can fully pay attention. So when I mention devices, what I'm referring to is a smartphone, a tablet, a beeper. I don't know if people use beepers anymore. A beeper or looking at the computer. If you're in a conversation with someone, be locked into that moment. Speak with them, listen to them, make eye contact, and be fully connect and engage when you're speaking with either a group or someone else one-on-one. The third way to be charismatic in your career is to encourage others. Pay someone a compliment, motivate, inspire, give a kind word. There is nothing more insightful than giving someone a compliment or a kind word or even a praise for something they've done exceptionally well, especially when people don't expect it. They're just overly overjoyed. Is that possible? Overly overjoyed. They're just overly excited and grateful that you've taken notice of what they've accomplished, and they really will appreciate you taking a moment to really just highlight them and give them that spotlight to let them shine. The fourth way you can be charismatic in your career is to monitor your body language. Your posture is certainly important. You want to sit up. When you're sitting, you want to have your chest upright, your shoulders back. When you're standing, very similar posture with your chest upright, your shoulders back. Shoulders should not be hunched forward, but you also can mirror someone. And this works exceptionally well if you are in a conversation with one other person. So if you happen to be sitting down at the table and you notice they may have their left hand hanging over a chair, if you could put your left hand over the chair, and that doesn't mean that every time they move you have to mimic them, because that's probably going to be awkward and uncomfortable, but just mirroring what they're doing really throughout the conversation. It's not going to be something that you start or stop, but you just keep it continuous and you mirror what they're doing. It's also called power positioning when you mirror someone, and sometimes you may naturally do it when you're not even thinking about it. I catch myself all the time. If I'm in a meeting and I'm working with a client and we happen to be sitting down at a table, I may need to write something down, and I notice, my body is positioned very similar to my client, and sometimes I just naturally do it. I'm not really even thinking about it, so it's become a habit. But if you mirror someone, it's really a nonverbal communication that signals that you're connected with them. So it's another great way to be charismatic in your career. The fifth way to be charismatic in your career is to be confident. Be confident in you, in yourself, your talents, your interests, your passions, and be bold. Don't second guess yourself. Ladies, this is definitely a tip that we have to take to heart. How many times do we send an email and then after we send it, we're almost like contemplating, oh, should I have sent that? Should I have reworded it differently? We tend to really overanalyze and overthink things, and sometimes you just have to be bold and do your best at all times, but just let it go. There's no reason to second guess what your decisions are or what you're going to do. So be confident in you, and it truly will shine and show when you are interacting with people, because if someone is a little bit reserved, or if you can tell that they're just uncomfortable, it visually shows. People will know. So be confident in who you are, and you've got this. You're talented, you're intelligent, you're skilled. You have all of the abilities to excel in your career field. So just be confident, know that in yourself, and certainly let that boldness shine through. Now, I hope that you found this video helpful. If you're new to the channel, would you do me a favor and please subscribe? I would love for you to get an update every time I've got new videos. I release all of my new videos at least once a week, and I do have a lot of exciting videos coming up, so you'll get a notification when I've got something new to share. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you found it helpful. So now you know how to be charismatic in your career. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.